implemented. Colombia feels there's a lack of detail as to how the management of the buffer zone will be conducted, and we would like the state party to explain to us how the buffer zone is protected and what is the system provided for its management. And ECOMOS thinks that the boundaries, within the boundaries, it does reach the main, correspond to the main attributes of OUV, and that the buffer zone should be protected. And we would like if you to give the floor to the state party, please.
South Africa, floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, let us thank ECOMOS for this very extensive report. As we all note that the site was deferred in 2003, it is clear for the 8 years the state party has been working on a couple of issues. Hence the report is very interesting. But if you look at the issues raised, Madam Chair, site having met criteria 5 and 6, you look at issues of management plan, lack of management frameworks, clarity on buffer zone. But if you look at the work on the purpose of the buffer zone, that buffer should be commendable by the state parties here. And the governance issues are also in place. Therefore, with that, Chair, we would like to align ourselves with the proposal by Colombia for the inscription of the property. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mexico, floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairman. For Mexico, the presentation of this site, of the cultural landscape of Rio, is one of the most eloquent examples of nominations that the committee has for the future. It shows the tremendous vision that Brazil has about new categories of heritage. The historic city and the modern cities of Rio cannot be understood without their landscape and their site. They form an indissoluble symbiosis between the city, the sea, and the mountain. They have an ongoing and enriching dialogue, and this makes up the Carioca identity. I think Criterion 6 has never been better applied than it is in this case, because the collective imagination of their inhabitants is expressed in all their cultural and artistic expressions. We would like to ask the state party along these lines, what measures were taken to apply an integrated management plan which could guarantee, above all in the long term, the good conservation of the property which affects the whole. And we'd like them to tell us how they have now envisaged the question of the indicators to monitor future changes in the city. We would recall this is one of the most exceptional landscapes which have provided the identity of the Brazilian nation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will take Senegal. Interpreters cannot work beyond 1 o'clock. We have a long list of speakers that will have to take after the long lunch break at 2 o'clock. I'll give the floor to Senegal, and then the Secretariat will do the announcements, and then we break. Senegal, we have the floor.
Merci. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll try and keep it brief. Just to say that we support the inscription of this property, which combines rural and urban landscapes, and it has an exceptional value as ECOMOS's report clearly indicate, and as Colombia and South Africa have confirmed. However, as Mexico has done, we would also like to ask the state party to give us clarification about the overall management plan and also about the buffer zone and marine pollution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Senegal. I see Colombia for a point of order. Colombia, you have the floor.
Sí, señor presidente.
Thank you, Chairman. It's not to oppose what was said. It's just that the Minister of Culture of Brazil is here with us and she has to leave. So we would be grateful if the decision could be taken before we adjourn for lunch. We could take another 5 minutes, but she then has to leave. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a long list here. 2, 4, 6. I have 8 state parties requesting for the floor. And interpreters need to have a break at 1. I don't think it's doable in 5 minutes. I see you agree. I've been just told good news that the minister will be here when we resume at 3. Can I hand over to the secretariat if there are any announcements?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. First of all, we have the HEADS program on the World Rock Art Archive, which takes place in room 1 from 1:15 to 2:15, room 1.